stuck in right after the November sale, and the phone was hopping. I could barely keep up with it all, but we managed.
Wow,
and we got a lot of mares booked in, so it's been great.
Exactly what do you do over there now, Jay?
So I'm the Stallion Seasons Director. So myself, along with Jenny Burnett, we sell all the seasons. It's actually, there's a lot involved. Over at Darley, I was selling nominations, but over Windstar now, there's a bit more involved with marketing. We've got a lot of shareholders, so we've been busy.
Well, I imagine you have, but you've got some ammunition.
That's the best part of it all.
Yeah.
Every one of those horses over there has a legitimate excuse to be a stallion, so it makes my job very easy. The phone's been ringing and they're booking up. So
yeah.
I
think I could sell some of those. I could spell a Spritestown.
Don't take me out of a job here now. Don't tell Elliot that. But no, it's been very easy, and it's down to the horses. We've got a great bunch of young, exciting stallions.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can make a strong case for any one of them being making it. So
I think the last count you had 3 of the top 15 already this year on the side list.
Correct. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Distorted Humor.
Distorted Humor.
Who else?
Spitestown, Harvard's Holiday, Mendip has helped him out a bit.
Yeah. Nice horse. I just did a commercial on him.
Great.
And he's,
And our young stallions sold really well. We first crop foals from Colonel John and US Ranger last year, and the Colonel John's averaged over 100, US Rangers averaged over 10 times the stud fee. So in turn meant that those guys were very busy. So it's been great. Long may it last.
My favorite horse over there, of course, is Tiz now.
Yeah. He's a superstar.
Funny,
actually, I pulled into I was out looking at a couple of foals last week, and I pulled into Starbucks to get a coffee, and there was a car with a Washington State number plate on it that said Tiz now.
You're kidding.
I'm deadly serious.
Did you check them out?
Oh, I took a picture. I was trying to find who the driver was.
Well, I would have gone in there and shouted, "Who in the hell is driving a Tiz now car?"
Who's driving a Tiz now car? Well, it just goes to show you there's fans from all over the country.
Well, yeah, all over the world for that horse, as far as that matters. I mean, those 2 Breeders' Cup Classic races were beautiful.
Unbelievable.
The second one, Chris McCarran has a jock school out here, and he rode him.
Oh, his school is out here.
Oh yeah, it's
at the horse
there in the big barn up at the top.
Oh, I
think
see it
it's
there. Yeah,
28, I believe it is.
That's great.
Yeah, and
you don't see too many loose horses down here as a result of the jock school, no?
You see quite a few.
The rookies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they start them out we've got 2 tracks out here, and they start them out on the 5/8 track now.
Yeah.
And they're just now coming out, the newest class.
Oh, very good.
But
you need the freshmen, you need to put them on the Pony Club horses to start with.
Oh, this is my wife. She used to do some legal work for the Pony Club or something, I don't know. And they gave her this, and I just grabbed it this morning. Yeah. I wear my wife's clothes. I'm in drag this morning.
That's fair enough.
This is a vest.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that to clear that up over the air.
Family show.
Yeah. They can't see us, so we need.
But he was telling me a story about prior to the second win, Breeders' Cup win.
Yeah.
That horse he'd gotten so where he didn't want to work, and he took him out and was playing around with him, and he would take him out and just play around. He went over behind the gate with him and was just standing him back there, and they wanted to get a work in him, and he just didn't want to work, and all of a sudden he says on his own the horse just took off jogging, and then just took off. He says he turned in a hell of a work, and that was his last work before the Breeders' Cup.
Before
the Classic. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting story on the horse. So.
It's special. I was actually down in our breeding shed this morning, just watching a few of the mares coming through, and there was a picture of Tiz now beating Saki on the wall, and there was Steve Haskins, I guess, his script on it.
Yeah.
And it was still gives you goosebumps to this day reading about it,
Oh, I know. What was the football? I think it was the Patriots team, wasn't it? That the pro football team. And he was trying to teach his teams to never give up, and he showed him that race, and he showed it when Saki came to him,
Yeah.
And he stopped it right there. He said, "Now who's going to win this?" And everybody was saying, "Well, the other horse," And then he went on and played it, and they finished it. He never give up.
Just showed him digging back in.
Yeah, right. And I said that's what guts is all about.
Yeah.
They must have been a racing fan. I think it was Patriots,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Oh, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I can't tell you otherwise.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You, of course, native from Ireland,
That's correct, yeah, from County Kildare.
from County
So
Kildare.
just outside of Kill, where Goffs is.
Uh-huh.
About 2 miles up the road there, little village called Kilteal. But
Okay.
no one knows about Kilteal, so I say Goffs.
Tell me about it. How big is it?
Well, we've a pub, a church, and a phone box.
Listed in that order.
A parish of about 150 people. So
Is that right?
that's
Sounds
about it.
wonderful.
And you find most of them in the pub.
You'll find also, yeah. They go from the pub, they go over to mass, and then back to the pub, and that's about it.
That's pretty good. Was your family in the horse business?
They're not in thoroughbreds per se. Dad keeps a couple of sport horse mares and
Wow.
tricks around with a few horses. So my introduction to horses was through riding. We had a couple of ponies when I was a kid, and we do a bit of show jumping on ponies and stuff. So
Do any fox hunting?
a little bit
Did
here
you?
and there. Yeah, more show jumping was kind of but I'll do a bit of fox hunting and get out with the Woodfords the very occasional time.
Oh, do you go out with Woodford?
Well, James Keogh has been trying to get me out for the longest time, and we're so busy it's hard. But I've been
Yeah.
out a little bit in the summer, just exercising the hounds and doing a little
well,
bit. But
that's
it's
fun.
fun.
Yeah, Jackie's a member, but
Oh,
she
great.
hadn't been able to ride in the last 3. We had one of our, our daughter got injured real bad.
Oh,
and
no.
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it's one of those things.
Yeah,
And so she hadn't been able to go, spending a whole lot of time with her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great when you can.
Yeah.
But that was my introduction to it, really, from show jumping, and then I had to. I reached about 14 or 15 and needed to get a bit of a summer job to get a bit of pocket money, so I went and worked for Tony Ryan's farm in Ireland, Lyons Domain,
Oh, okay.
and so I worked there all up through school and college, weekends and summer holidays.
Yeah, on
And,
Stud Farm there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the same guy that owns Castle and Lyons,
Yeah, right.
yeah, he had Lyons Domain in Ireland, and we
What's
had about
what's the
10 or
farm
12
like over
mares.
there? Is it?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's actually, I kind of have a bit of a history with the farm there because my dad works for University College Dublin, and University College Dublin actually owned about 2,000 acres of that farm, and they sold about 650 to Michael Smurfett, and Dr. Ryan in turn bought it off them. So I was kind of always hanging around it and liked it, and I said, well, that'll be a nice place to have our summer job. So I went up and knocked on the door one day
Yeah.
and started working there. But it was a beautiful
What were
farm.
you working with?
I was picking stones out of fields and painting fences and bringing in and out mares the odd time and whatever needed to be done. We had about 200 head of purebred Charolais cattle and about 12 mares and foals and yearlings.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
it
So
was-
you know
it was a lot of
something
fun.
about cattle too then.
Sure, a little bit anyway.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, let me take a little break here, Jerry, and I'll get right back to you. You got to pay the bills around here, you know. Well, last Saturday golf